Hi traders, this is Gettess with the market sense for the week of April 6, 2010. Hard to believe we're in April already. The charts I use are all courtesy of Gettess Financial Technologies and their Trade Navigator software. Starting with the bond market, we've had an inside week in bonds a week ago, and they've now broken down this week, which could mean that this blue support line here, which is roughly the 114.10 area, they've been holding it so far, but that doesn't mean they'll continue to hold it. They could be breaking all the way down. The previous swing low that we can see back here in January is 113.05, I believe, and it's very possible that they're going to test that. On the other hand, the normal resistance, even if they are breaking down, would be 115.12 roughly, and they haven't traded that this week. And there's also a chance they could go as high as 116.12. It's kind of nice how everything's a nice even 1 point increment apart. That's up at the green and the purple line where they confluence of them up there. They could very well go that high if they're not really breaking down, or if this is a false break. At this point, however, they've broken down out of an inside bar, and we have to assume that they could just continue to go lower. No real economic news to drive them this week. They're just sort of left to their own devices. Moving into stocks, well, man, since they broke down to that purple line back here in February and then turned back up, they've just done nothing but go up, and they've done so with incredibly small volatility. I mean, those weekly ranges are just very, very small, but they're also very relentless. And here we are, new highs again, breaking above that. It's like 1180 is the resistance, and they seem to be trying desperately to stay above that. If they do, there is more up there on the monthly chart around 1193, but beyond that, boy, well above 1200, 12.7 to 10 at least before we find more resistance. If this was just a normal trend, like there is such a thing, but if there was a normal trend, they should at least break back down to the blue and green line confluence here, which is about it's like 1162, 1165. That would just be a normal retracement in an uptrend. I mean, that's a strong trending market. That should be where they hold support, and they haven't even come close to that. They're so far above it. The relentlessness of the move combined with the lack of volatility makes me think this is a house of cards. It makes me think we might get a real quick, nasty little sell-off, and I mean something that might be over in a day or three, and then turn back to new highs. But they ought to do something a little scary and give us a price swing to analyze. Hard to analyze a market with no price swings. So I've got nothing else I can get into this week. I hope you can find something profitable for yourself to do. Good luck. Hope you check in with us again next week.